Greetings, everyone. Let's go. So much love and gratitude. Another special Ronin experience, TRE, and an amazing guest here tonight, a returning guest, and we're going to discuss solutions on how to get you some of your freedom, some of your privacy, starving the beast. Oh, the banksters, what do I do? Oh, the Silicon Valley, oh, the government. Oh, well, we have real solutions and real ones here to help us, give us some tools to help free ourselves and free the realm and help hopefully make a better place for our children later on, at least try, you know what I'm saying? So MoonFeather's going to be here. She's running late. Chris Miner's going to be here. He's running late. And I believe we will have Polly from Komodo will be here as well. Sounds like he's running late. So without further ado, let me just pass the mic, introduce this amazing being. He's literally been out here in the crypto space, in the privacy space, trying to help develop tools, consult and help and really just do what he can for real, in my opinion, the entire realm and all of humanity. And there's no other. Anyway, I'll let him explain what's going on and why and etc. But legend Captain Lootz, how are you, my friend?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
What's up, man? Yo, so what do you have for us today? What do we got to do? What can I do? I'm one person against the entire every apparatus of enslavement. They want our
There's
data.
no,
Yeah, go
there's
ahead.
no greater, there is no greater feeling than knowing that you're fighting on the right side of this war. There is no better. Like you can play with your NFTs all day, but one day when your kid looks up to you and asks you, "Daddy, why did you enslave me?" I mean, you're gonna have to answer that kid, and you're gonna say, "Oh, yeah, I made like a Bitcoin, son. I'm sorry I enslaved you." So when you're dealing with privacy coins and you're dealing with privacy technologies in general, like Komodo, you can feel good that you're on the right side of this war and you're protecting your lineage's sovereignty.
Totally, bro. Yo, man, if you knew my dad back in the day, right? You would never know. Try to ask him what he made in a year. You would never know. How much money does he have in his wallet? You think the older heads knew. They don't tell you what they make. You know what I mean? But out here, we're moving to a dystopian place. We all know that. It's no surprise. And a lot of the blockchains, actually, most of them, actually, all of them except one, truly, are transparent. Bro, you can Google someone's address, whatever it is, Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, BNB, whatever it is you're into, go onto their explorers and you can see exactly their transactions, how much they have, yo.
Yep, where it came
Imagine
from.
you made a couple mil in crypto. You're like, yo, I hit it big, baby. I got that second comma. And someone like anybody, any goofball could just type into Google your address and then go into the Explorer and see how and where and all your wallets are and how and everything, every single thing you've ever transacted with forever. You might as well walk around with your bank account. In that case, banks are more private. You know what I'm saying? To the populace. What type of
It's true.
silliness would it be, Lutz? Oh, Bitcoin's a store of wealth. It's like, yo, if I'm gonna store my wealth, yo,
It's
either I'm
gonna
gonna
be private.
hey, we know you can put cash on your mattress. You can bury your precious metals under the under your some tomato bushes in the back. I get that, but what about online? We do business online. And Jim, I'll rest my mic in a second, Lutz, because you just got me. It's fired up already just being here.
Okay.
PayPal. You criticize those who can't be criticized, or you criticize the government, or you talk about someone that you're not authorized by the lizard class, that deem themselves the authorizers of who can say what about who, and they go, cool, we're going to freeze your bank account, or we're going to or we're going to flag your wallet, or we're going to freeze your exchange account, because all of them work with governments, and all these other chains trying to get privacy to be compliant. I don't know if you can hear my dog drinking in the background, but
Sounds like a moose.
she's drinking all of it. In order to be compliant, you need to have a back hole to allow the government to see your stuff, right? They want to know everything. The problem is a lot of cryptos like XRP, ADA, and several others, they actually did try to install ZK snarks. And the problem is it wouldn't allow that back door. So they had to abandon that. And they're still in this weird flux of trying to implement privacy. But anyway,
that'll never happen. Never.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen, bro. Don't trust them. Don't believe them. Oh, we're gonna put it, later. We're gonna put it in later down the line. That never happens. If you don't have private by default, then you don't got it at all.
Yeah. And can you I know, like, shout out Kelly Boyles. She's been giving me a hard time on the Ronin experience. I love it. She keeps me she likes to be critical. Shout out Tom Greasgy. He's a pirate. I see him all the time.
Arr.
Pirate R. The homie H. Sup OGs. Word. MoonFeather's coming, yo. Shout out MoonFeather. She's amazing. We're gonna try to get her in the pirate chain. And shout out Monroe. He's an OG pirate. Shout out to the homie Mystic Anon, Mr. Mystic. He's my TA guy. And he's been a long time pirate. He's a
nice. Can he get me a blind Asian?
What's that?
He's your TNA guy.
I don't know, man. He's in Florida. There's plenty of TNA down there. You know what I mean?
Lootz loves the strip clubs.
Oh, say that again.
Lootz loves the strip clubs.
Oh, for real? I mean, shout out Adrian. We need to get some pirate QR codes stamped on some of them
the booties
that we wish to support their college tuition.
I agree.
Adrian's a real one. Trust me, he's one of the realest. Y'all don't even know some of the stuff we've been through over the last couple of years. But anyway. Oh, and shout out because anyway.
But think about it like this. What's the best money for a stripper to accept? It would be pirate. You don't want that past coming back at you in the future, maybe like 20 years later when you plan to have kids, right? And plan to settle down with all your millions of dollars you made off for guys. Right? So you wouldn't use Bitcoin. That would stick with you for the rest of your life. You'd be labeled, you'd be stamped, and it'd be over. Your life would be over, But for those things that everything you do should not be out in the open the way Bitcoin is telling you it should be. So decentralization is only worthy if it has privacy attached to it. Otherwise, what are you decentralizing? The enemy? Isn't that going to be harder to take down later?
Yeah. Yeah, so let's all right. There's some people here that they may not know who you are, Captain Lootz, and why should they listen to you? They're crypto. This is my third cycle. Why should I listen to this person? Why should people listen to you about crypto, bro? Like, can you give us a little background just for the homies that may not know you and what? Yeah.
I've been here for 15 plus years in crypto. I began mining Bitcoin at the tail end on my laptop, and then I went all in on Litecoin, and I had GPU mining going on all over the place. I took over my mom's basement, and I made a whole data center in there. And that's how I started out a long, long time ago. And And when we started back then, keep in mind, everybody thought Bitcoin was private. And so you know that it's not now, or maybe you don't. I hope you know that. Um, but back then, we all thought it was private. Then the government took it over, and we started seeing KYC at the choke point. The exchanges is the choke point. Right. So all the exchanges started adding KYC, and then we started looking around and going, "Yeah, this isn't going to work." Right. And then later on, Monero came out, another privacy coin, which was amazing for its time. And now an even stronger privacy coin came out where they can't take advantage of you, basically. And if you don't know what I mean, they're taking advantage of all of you. They can name their price. They could charge you any fees they want on those exchanges. They could they tailor the coins so that you only have a certain selection that they choose, not you, right? There's cypherpunks out there like me that want you to introduce a coin to you, you'll never see it, right? And we've been here since the beginning, right? Roger Roger there used to be just another guy in the environment for me. I didn't think he was going to be so big, but here he is. And I don't know if you heard, but he also just got out of what was it? He was in jail, I think. Did you hear that, Roman?
Yeah. I didn't keep up with it if he got out, but yeah, man. If you guys don't know, just search Roger Veer and you'll see. We're talking. So when you're out here like on the internet, right? You're talking to like crypto influencers and crypto bros and stuff. You got to ask yourself who you're listening to. We have you. I would highly recommend showing massive love and respect to the OGs, the ones that took a lot of the arrows. Trailblazers take all the arrows before everyone else. So Legend Lootz, Captain Lootz has been rubbing elbows and has been a very important figure in crypto. And if you looked at in my history books, in my future history books, I have Captain Lootz in literally he's in the history books of crypto. Now I know a lot of people here are not. There's some people that they listen to the Ronin experience and they're not in the crypto, right? And I get it, right? Because a lot of us are freedom minded, but it's like I don't want to be in there. But the thing is, and I don't. If you want to touch on this, Lutz, everyone's going to be in the crypto soon. So why not be a freaking digital, operating in the shadows? I share a lot of stuff. By the way, we'll get into some specifics, but like we have a homie. He made a VPN. I'll share the link. Melee VPN. It's a decentralized VPN. It's built on Sentinel, but you can pay for it with Pirate Chain, and it's decentralized, and you can choose your own node. So you have a VPN, and I don't know if you guys, when I'm online, I'm on it right now. Actually, when I go online, I use the VPN. Absolutely, I use Melee all the time, and you pay with it with Pirate Chain. So if you're out there searching the internet, making comments that you're supposedly not allowed to make, doing things that you supposedly others deem you don't have permission to do so. I can do anything I want. I give myself permission to do whatever I want with whoever I want, whenever I want. And that's it. And that's that. That's how I live. It's a mindset, folks. So we
You
got
can
the
use
movie that made a VPN. That's just one example. And by the way, well, before Pirate Chain doubled up, I know this afternoon is a bit of a bloodbath, but a month was like maybe $3 and some change worth of Pirate Chain. Right now, you got no one can track who paid for this. They can't track it. The person that runs the VPN don't know you. You know what I mean? And as long as you pay them, you got a VPN, and then you're out there and you're protecting yourself. You have to protect yourself. This is not
and
about
that's
being a criminal. This is about protecting your data and then paying
yeah,
for it with protecting your finances. And that's that.
because
That's one thing. And other people, I hope, build more cool stuff. And then we're gonna get into Komodo decks. What's an atomic swap, y'all? You want to be dangerous? Privacy is the most dangerous game out here right now, and it is so important. It is so. It is one of the most important. Yes, prepper mentality. You want to make your own food. I get it. You want to be a homesteader. I want to buy land. I get it. Get water. I get all that. But don't forget the digital stuff should be a part of your prepper mindset, and especially the financial stuff. And I know my homies go, I'm just going to barter. Let's not be naive. You can't barter 100%, dude. That's a belly to belly thing. I'll give you some eggs, whatever, or I'll trade you my mountain bike for a pressure washer. Like, this is not. It's
Yeah,
not.
that's not realistic. That's
It's
not
not
realistic.
realistic, man. It's a fantasy land, But go ahead, Lootz. I ranted a little bit. I wanted to hit some of these key points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, a barter decks would be like a novelty item, and if you can sell your lawnmower for a weed whacker, that's great.
Oh
Right? But
yeah.
you know, but keep in mind, guys, that there's been a war
Eliminate
in
man.
crypto. There's been a war in crypto since I started. Okay, and the war is the KYC that came into it. All right, the war is that we saw the gov coming in long ago, right, and that's why we created Pirate Chain, because we knew that something like this was going to happen. Right, so now we have Pirate. Now we've had it for 5 years now, and nobody is even thinking about their own privacy. But when you do, we already have it. We have the most anonymous currency in the world, where if somebody wants to know what's in your wallet, they have to ask you first. Doesn't that make sense? Why would you use Bitcoin if anybody could look inside your wallet? Why would you use something like that? And so we've had it for a long time now. It's 5 years now, guys. So there's no excuse for you not to know what the most private chain is out there. All right, but there's another problem in crypto. Okay, how do we trade with each other? How do we trade these privacy coins? Right, they're not all created equal, right? You got Epic Cash, you got what's another one out there? Monero. You got Blur. There's quite a few Monero forks out there. Zano, right? There's quite a few privacy coins out there, and they're all important. But if they all get kicked off the centralized exchanges, we have a problem, right? What's the problem? We can't trade the real coins anymore. They're throwing NFT bullshit token coins at you all day long. And those coins got no problems getting on those big exchanges. Isn't that interesting? But the coins that have real technical validity behind its code is not getting the time of day because it's considered a privacy coin, because it gives you power. You see, it gives you the power to have for that financial freedom. So if you want to pay your taxes, you can, right? The thing is that you have to give permission for your accountant to look in your wallet. So you generate a key from the wallet, you give it to your accountant, and boom, you pay. But nobody else is looking in your wallet without your permission. You get it? That's why Pirate is amazing. Gold is amazing. Silver is amazing, right? We love gold and silver. Why? Why do you love gold and silver? It's because it's fungible, right? If that gold was stolen from a bank 10 years ago and has serial numbers on it, you can melt it down, create a cute little shape out of it, and nobody would know where that gold came from. That's fungibility.
Bro, I'll throw another one at y'all. I'm a OG PM guy myself, and when Obama came in, he changed the consistency or whatever of the nickel, the 5 cent nickel here in the U.S. The nickel, based on its composition, was the only coin that was worth about 5 cents at the time. I haven't looked in a while, but so pre-Obama nickels were worth about 4.5 cents. And you go, okay, cool, who cares? Save your nickels, y'all. And if you're gonna be, if you want to be real, I have no problems melting down a stack of nickels in my backyard in a little makeshift cast system, and then make new things. I'm just throwing that out there, not to digress. I'm just saying fungibility.
What kind of metal is in there that the value has gone up?
Nickel and copper. Like nickel
Nickel.
is an actual metal, and then
Metal,
copper.
yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm big on silver, guys.
Silver's at 50. I bought silver. Yo, me and my homie were talking today. Yo, we should have hodled silver, but it was 25 years ago, and neither one of us wanted to carry around, how many ounces? I mean, sheesh, how many pounds of silver did we have to drag around with us? And he lives in, he lives in Mexico. He expatriated a long time ago. We bought silver at $4, and
nice.
and then we hodled it when it went up in 2008 to $47. We were still buying more like a bunch of suckers.
Yep, I was too, bro. I was at 40, $35. I was still buying back then. Yeah.
Dude,
it's working now, right? Kind of.
We could have used that money at the time, especially if you're like a expat nomad. Yo, you think 2008 selling at 47 wouldn't have really been a helpful thing?
Honestly, bro, I don't think silver is not done yet, bro. Silver is at least $100 an ounce, if not way more than gold. Silver is a lot more used than gold. Gold is cheap.
You got that old school 14-to-1 ratio. Yeah.
Gold is the cheapest.
Hey, I would encourage anyone, go out there and try and buy some silver right now, and then let me know how you feel about that 8-week waiting period, because the supply isn't there.
Oh yeah, and the markup on the retail is like ridiculous. $60, $70 now, $75 a coin. Nuts.
In the premium, yeah. So I mean, so again, there's going to be a time very soon. By the way, this channel on YouTube is I give it another couple months if I'm being real. And I don't really want to talk. I don't have any social media, guys. I have YouTube and Telegram. That's all I deal with. There's going to be a time where I don't even want to deal with people if they don't have Pirate Chain. If I'm being honest, I'm not even joking. Like,
you just don't love crypto. If you don't like Pirate, you don't love crypto. There's just no reason for us to talk.
Man, I have such good friends in crypto, bro, and I mention it, and there's just this weird like mental. They have a real disdain for Pirate Chain. I'm like, my friends, I love so the Cosmos ecosystem, all that stuff, all the whoever, right? XRP, XPR, in the ISO 2222s. You know what I mean?
It's like my crap. Traceable crap.
I know, dude, and I'm like, yo, Pirate Chain. They're like, well, and they'll mention some Mimblewimble coin, yo. And I'll be like, yo, Mimblewimble is not that. And they literally get in their feelings. And I'll send them compare Mimblewimble with ZK Snarks. You'll see the whole CT and all the things. The nonsense sets are not there.
You know what? You gotta give it to Mimblewimble, though. At least they're trying to be private. At least you have to be online with the other user at the same time in order for it to work. But you know what? At least it's another variation of a privacy coin. Somebody that's actually trying to push privacy. I mean, nothing's going to be as good as Pirate, right? But at least there's some other ones out there trying.
Man, I tell everyone, Lootz, I'm high maintenance, baby. I need the best. I mean, you can get a bicycle, right? You can get a Huffy. It's a bike. Or you can get a high-level Cannondale. There's differences. It's a bike, sure. So there's levels to this privacy game. And if you get targeted somehow, they will find blockchain analysis is a BI, and they will find you. You'll mess up. But with Pirate Chain, you're ghost. They can't tell who sent to who, and they can't tell the amount. Or go to a Pirate Chain Explorer and let me know what you find out. Now go to these other explorers. Just Google your own wallet, whatever it may be. And you'll be like, dang, because guess what? I'll do the same. I know what all y'all hold out there. I'll use free.
You know what?
Meta Sleuth, and if I don't want to go through the Explorer, I'll do like Meta Sleuth, breadcrumbs, all kinds of tools out there. And I'll know what all y'all have, yo.
And this is not about evading government, guys. I mean, government would be stronger if they used Pirate, because they would eliminate financial warfare in this country. All right, that's a great step forward. We would have the most private money in the world, right? That would make U.S. really strong. You know, so keep that in mind. No one's saying look. There's more malicious actors out there than government. All right, and when those people, start looking at you, you don't want them to be able to trace your transactions. You don't want that. I mean, why would you do that to yourself?
You
All right, look,
okay? So
we
I'll
should
say
talk
it.
about Komodo. We have talked about Pirate a lot. If you guys have questions,
All right, I'll say it though. I ain't a fan of any government, and they should. I should not fear them. They should fear. Yeah. So I'm just going. I'll say it. But if you want to comply, as Captain Lootz is saying,
you have that choice.
you have that choice.
Yeah, no one's saying not to comply. No one's saying that's your choice. But now at least you have the choice. That's the point, right? You have that leverage. If you want money from me, you got to come and ask me for it, right? And then at that point in time, I can ask you, what am I paying for? Have you fixed that pothole in the street? I got an idea. How about you fix that pothole that broke two rims in the street, and I'll give you your money. At least you got leverage. You see, you got leverage. That's something you've never had before. That's what this money gives you. Just like gold. But keep in mind that we've had this for 5 years already. And, it's not really catching on because there's a lot of distractions out there. A lot of NFT baloney, garbage pail kids cards. It's just there's none of that will do anything for you. That's all corporation. Anything transparent by default is corporate technology. It's not for you. It's not for your family. Okay, that's not what's going to make you stronger. It's going to make corporations stronger, and you're helping them out by using their technology and investing in it all day long. Right, but that's not going to help your family out. That's not going to help your kid's future out. You need to give your kid a path where we have actual money, digital money that acts like gold and silver. Like there's no other coin that does that.
Well,
And now,
can you share? Okay, so someone's listening. They're going, Captain Lootz, I hear you. But how do I buy groceries and pay my electric bill with Pirate Chain when I can do it with other lizard approved coins? Someone's like, cool, Pirate Chain sounds great, but how do I pay my bills with it? How do I live with it?
well, if you got to pay your bills, then you're obviously, you got to get all those bills paid off completely. Every bill you have makes you a slave. So once you get rid of all the bills in your life, I mean, maybe at some point they're going to accept Bitcoin, right? Everywhere. They're going to push it on you. They're guaranteed they're going to push it on you, Bitcoin at some point. And they're going to force you to use it. All right. So that's your choice. All right. If you need to go to a supermarket to buy your crap food, then you do that. And you put, Pirate in an exchange and you exchange it for Bitcoin and then you put it on your debit card, right? Like everybody does. Right. So if you need to do that, then you do that. Right? But if you can find the market, and this, I think Cordal has a market where you could pay for some stuff, shampoos and sauces, and I got some hot sauces. I got some sponges, made out of loofah gourd. It's like a vegetable that acts like a sponge.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so there are places. There's also there's an armada.com where there's a directory of businesses over there as well.
Yes.
But until everybody understands, the value of crypto, you're looking way, you're trying to put the cart before the horse. You know, is that the saying? Because it's not, until Pirate gets to where Bitcoin was when it started flying and people understood why it was amazing. We're not going to get to that level where you're going to go to a normal supermarket and buy it, but you will be able to buy this stuff online at some point or go to some markets that accept Pirate. But don't ever expect those corporations to accept Pirate, just like no centralized exchange will ever accept Pirate into their list of coins that they show you, because they're masters of what you could buy and what you can't buy. You see, they control the market. They literally control the market.
So can you? Okay, I know what some people are thinking, but it's not that BlackRock approved crypto, so the main exchanges, the Coinbases and all of them are gonna probably not accept it. Which, if someone's just strictly an investor, numbers go up person, they might not have the mindset of a freedom. And by the way, guys, if you're here and you don't have a freedom mindset, just in general, you know what I'm saying, you might not be in the right place. I'll just put it like that. This is underground stuff here. So this is
Free
not
markets.
What's that?
You should want free markets, right? Because we don't really have a free market.
So like now here I want to introduce Komodo decks. So you can take your pirate chain and vice versa and swap it with a whole bunch of other cryptos in pairs. It's an atomic swap, which is not the same. It doesn't have the same, or it has better, mechanisms to protect.
It all works at the protocol level, all right? So there's no external applications doing the exchanges for you. It's literally swapping from one chain to the other. And so that's called an atomic swap. If Polly was here, he could probably explain what an atomic swap is. Maybe we'll do another show. I don't know if he fell asleep or what. So this is the amazing thing about Komodo Exchange, okay? And you have to get involved with this. You have to. It's because this can eliminate all centralized exchanges. Now, just recently, Firo, Komodo, Ergo, and many other coins got kicked off of Binance, off of other exchanges, all at the same time. That just happened. Okay. Now I connected the dots. What is it that all these coins have in common? They all have built-in exchanges. Did you connect the dots? I did. So they're cutting off these decentralized exchanges because they know that with this type of technology, we won't need to log into a website anymore. We won't need them. We won't need centralized exchanges at all. Imagine just doing a trade right there in your wallet without having to do any logging in with your email, KYC, baloney, none of that, because it's open source. It's an open source technology. Now, the amazing thing about Komodo, even more amazing, is that if every crypto added it into their wallet, so you make a DEX for Raven coin and a DEX for Dogecoin and a DEX, if every coin added Komodo within their wallets, what happens is they all share the liquidity. So the more coins that use Komodo, the bigger the exchange gets, the more liquidity gets added, right? And that happens on a decentralized scale, where the order books are all shared amongst all the platforms using this open source decentralized exchange. So they see this coming, guys. And if you don't see it coming, now I just told you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, For me, I have these other surveillance coins. I'm invested in lizard coins. When I take my profit, it is done. I do it in the most non-KYC way as possible. I don't even like sharing my ways out here publicly anymore.
Word. Same
but
here.
I'm sorry.
Same here, bro.
Yeah.
Same
here. Insert whatever it may be. I got some bangers, but they're surveillance coins, and I'm here. That's only a numbers go up thing. I could care less about any project. If I'm being honest, I could care less about any crypto project but Pirate Chain, because what I'll do is take my profits in non-KYC, whatever, probably in a stable coin, USDT, USDC, or whatever, super temporary, and then I will swap it for Pirate Chain, and then that's where I will hodl my Pirate Chain. Now, we got to know. Now, I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm just telling you my generic plan. I'm not going to buy Pirate Chain. I'm not going to move my Pirate Chain's at like $200. I'm going to wait for it to go lower and then I'm going to buy back and then keep my funds safe the safest place to keep my funds right now is in a pirate chain wallet, like long term.
Anything that goes in pirate chain makes it safe. So when you're mining, like when I mine, I'm a miner, guy. When I mine tons of different shit coins, at the end of the day, I'm selling them and putting them in pirate. Because once they get inside pirate, nobody can see jack. Nobody even knows where it came from.
Yeah. It's just taking your power. This channel, one thing this channel has always been about since the inception is empowering yourselves. You don't need a financial advisors. You don't need gurus. You don't need anything. Get to those things yourself. Security, food. I don't know about you guys, but I think a lot of you guys can relate. And Lootz touched on it earlier. Trying to be food independent. Be all those things independent. Isn't that the goal? Doesn't that pull at tug at your spirit, your soul? And
money,
so, yeah.
money is just a small aspect of all of this. This is private money, which will give you the power to exchange with other people. But if we don't have an exchange we could trust, like Komodo, we can never have a free market because they're all going to be controlled as always. They're still going to see. So they came after all centralized exchanges that were free back in the day. Even Circle.com didn't ask for jack. They didn't ask for anything. Right? So now it's the opposite. It's like you gotta bend over and get the KY jelly.
Yo, for me, Komodo Dex is the new PayPal because you can do that with PayPal, but if they don't like you, they can freeze your accounts, y'all. They can lock you out, and you need permission, and it's trust. You need trust involved.
And on top of all of that,
third party. Yeah, if you're gonna have a third party, you want it trustless, and you don't need. It's not a permission based thing. I'm so. When I say, these names that I use, these Ronin and all that, like I believe in all the stuff I say. I'm so trying to be like I'm a kingdom, right? I'm a country. I'm a nation. I'm a government. I'm the head of that government, and right now it's a population of me and a couple of young people that I'm responsible for. You know what I mean?
I just think of it like this is my country, like this is my land. Nobody is better than me, right? We were all born from a vagina, right? So there's no way that somebody else is better than
you. Yeah, dude. And so, okay, great. If you guys agree with that, and I want to really drive this home, Lootz, what we've been talking about. So that's the mindset. That's the drive, right? Okay, cool. That's great. This isn't just fantasy land, though. Like, you have to you have to do things. Like, this realm, this experience obstacles are the way. Cool. But I can overcome any obstacle because I've already overcome a bunch of ant hills behind me. Now I'm ready for the mountains, right? And you go, cool. What I mean by all that is to say, like, taking control and doing some things and running your own finances and being your own bank. I always love that old term always resonated with me so hard. So being your own bank, being your own everything, and it includes this stuff, man. In fact, this is probably more important than all that because, again, you need resources. This is just a resource, and you don't want anyone trying to take your resource.
And there's let me throw this in there. Not your keys, not your coins, right? So those are two slogans. Literally, when I started so long ago, everybody was saying, "Be your own bank," and not your keys, not your coins. And it seems like everybody now wants to work with the banks, and you're forgetting the old slogan, "Not your keys, not your coins." And that's what DEXs also do for you. These exchanges, these high-tech exchanges, the technology in these exchanges surpass centralized exchanges by miles because they don't need any people to run it. It runs on its own. Like, it's such an amazing technology, but you got to get involved. You have to get into it. This is they got thousands of coins. Like, you go to Edge Wallet and maybe you go to Cake Wallet and these third-party wallets, right? and they give you an option of maybe 100 coins. I mean, Komodo has thousands of coins, thousands, all in one wallet. Right? App.komodoplatform.com, app.komodoplatform.com, and next week, Pirate is going to be live on the local install, right? And us private people, we like local installs, right? So I'm not going to try it until next week, and I suggest you guys keep an eye out uh, for the local komodoplatform.com to download the local version of this exchange and and get involved, start using it, play with it.
Next week, yo.
This is the future.
The link is
This is
in the description. Go continue, my friend. I'm sorry.
I mean, you could go to Komodo's decks, and use theirs. But keep in mind, this is open source technology, right? So if they attack Komodo in any way, 10 more of these exchanges will pop up tomorrow. And that's what happened already. Right. So now we got cheated decks, we got Firo decks, and they all use Komodo's technology. And in the background of all these decks is popping up using Komodo's technology, they all share the order books. So liquidity is shared amongst all these coins. And the more coins,
Unstoppable.
unstoppable, 100%. You can't stop it anymore once it gets to a level of so many coins using Komodo in their own wallets. So say you go to Raven Coin, you download the wallet, it should be in their wallet already. They could add this technology to their wallet and have a built-in exchange right in their wallet. Like it gives all these coins a power that they didn't have before to trade in their wallets. So if these coins have good developers, they could easily edit, and they could create their own uh, DEX exchange for their community to use, and
That's
the order books will be shared.
friends. That's
That's right.
entrepreneur opportunities for anyone out there. Open source, unstoppable. Why? Because like he just said, I mean, I love it. So again, you go, okay, I'm not sold yet. One, I'll be honest, I don't think we're trying to sell anyone anything. We're just, in my opinion, and I'll speak for myself, we're sharing tools to help you have a free experience here in this realm. That's my opinion. These are tools. These are solutions. We don't sit around and complain. Well, give us 5 minutes, we'll complain, sure. But now we go, okay, how do we navigate this? This DEX, right? Komodo, atomic swaps. Just if you guys just look that up, you'd be amazed. Just the few paragraphs explaining it. What you can learn from that compared to every single thing else in the crypto space. Again, if
Everything else,
you will be.
everything else out there, uses some type of custodian, which means it's controlled. It uses some type of centralized order books, which is the amazing thing about Komodo is that it decentralizes the order books. So literally everything in there is decentralized. There's decentralized exchanges out there saying that they're decentralized, but they're lying to you, because most of the time you will find the order books are centralized. Maybe some other parts of it are decentralized, but that's not enough. It's the weakest link in the chain. You can't say you're decentralized, at the feet, but not decentralized at the hands. It just doesn't. It's in the hoop or it's not in the hoop. And with Komodo, that's 100% decentralized on every level. So much so that you could fork it for your own project and share the order books with all the other communities.
That's amazing, because I still don't even know if I have my whole head wrapped around that. I have it in an intellectual way, but it's almost like
we knew 10 years ago this was going to happen. You think this is new for us? We knew this was what's happening today. We saw this coming 10 years ago when they started asking for KYC at all the exchanges. We saw this coming. Why do you think Komodo created the first decentralized exchange? They've been building this for over 10 years now. It was once called Barter Dex and then Hyperdex, but it's been in the making for so long. So, and the people behind Komodo are truly smart developers. They're geniuses.
in my opinion, I hear these are the best developers out there in crypto, y'all. Did y'all hear that? That's what I heard. So whatever your crypto is, and they have devs behind it, they don't know what these Komodo Dex cats know when it comes to developing, this technology, which is, yeah.
Yeah, just ask yourself, why hasn't there been another fork of pirate? Come on, I'm gonna light my cigarette here and laugh.
Because a lot normie devs can't figure it out.
That's right. They don't got the talent to work with ZKP. They don't got the talent to work with ZK Stocks. Then it's a whole different thing for them. This is not forking Monero. That's an easy thing. It could be done in a night. Right? This will take a very talented developer, and I've seen a couple of them come along. There was actually one. It was called Arrow Coin. The guy was. I wish he kept up with it, man. But he ended up ditching the project. But he actually created like another pirate that used GPUs, which at this point in time that's not good with Qubit. But it's been done. But the only people I've seen do it are extremely talented developers, and not everybody knows ZK stocks. That's a next level. That's what all the schools are studying right now in cryptography. That's the next best thing. Nobody's studying, ring CT. They're not studying that. That's old stuff.
Wow. Where do they teach this? Like, are you talking about like in colleges and stuff?
Yeah.
They have a cryptology classes that teach like
Computer science, bro.
yeah, but the cryptography in relation to how it applies to like the blockchain. I mean, I know like your hashing and in those things and different ciphers, but man, I don't get the full stack. The stack is so like alien to me in wrapping my mind around it, and I'm not a dev, so I don't feel bad saying that.
No, I would love for somebody to fork pirate. I want to see more privacy points. I want somebody to do it. It's just,
Yeah, dude.
it's just like wow. It's like crypto is literally dead. It's been 5 fucking years. Like back in the day, it would have been forked 10 times already. Like crypto is literally. This is it. This is the last hope. Pirate is your last hope.
Oh,
Have
and guys,
Komodo and pirate.
you can buy prepaid cards with R, right? Now you're going to have that. That's where you kind of break that privacy in a way. But you still added a whole bunch of layers. So that's one way of going around and paying your bills. You take R pirate and you could buy. That's just an option. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just saying keep that in your back pocket, right? But I would recommend, if you're anyone out there that's not into any of this, or you're into crypto but you're not into R necessarily, I would recommend just adding R as an acceptable payment to whatever it is you're into. If you're an internet person, you sell stuff, I would recommend you, even if you're like, I don't know, you're a mechanic somewhere, I don't even know, but you just put a little Pirate Chain QR code. And we got a food truck operator here. I've been trying to tell her, put a Pirate Chain QR code as an acceptable payment, and you just start that way. Dude, guys, you don't replace this monster of a centralized banking system, even centralized exchanges overnight. But the tipping point is only about like 5%. Imagine 5%. You see all the TV shows, and CNN has no more viewers, and sports is down. It's like, yeah, because we're voting with our attention and our actions, and your stuff sucks. So now they're going to see their financials like, why is no one, who's doing what's going on? And you start slowly starving the beast. You know what I mean? So, and it's done in power and love, and you know what I mean? And go, boom, I'm on a mindset. Oh, we got another amazing person. So let me introduce, you guys know TRE in full squad. This is just like a couple weeks ago, folks, when Captain Lootz first came around. That was a great show. We really got to know him. But now we have
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What's that, dude?
I'm sorry, man. I don't know what happened to Polly, bro. I think he might have fell asleep. Like he knew all about it. He was ready.
I would love to talk to him. I don't know him.
Yeah.
I've had no interactions with him. So,
but he runs the Komodo, so it'd be great to get his input. I tell you what I can about the project, but I'm a pirate. he would explain atomic swaps way in detail, more in detail than I can. And he's one of the geniuses behind Komodo.
We'll get him back, and it's all good. There's no pressure here. Real life is way better, way more important. Yo, let me introduce MoonFeather Rising. How are you, young lady?
Peace and blessings to everyone. What's going on? Happy Friday to everyone. My goodness, Ronin, how are you? I made it a little bit late, but I'm here, guys. And yeah, absolutely. Last show was amazing with Lootz was on. And welcome back, Lootz. I'm excited to have you here today. Definitely. Listen, I was down in Brooklyn on Tuesday, unfortunately for a funeral, but let me tell you something. The second that I went over that Brooklyn Bridge, honestly, a lot has changed in the city. But one of the first billboards that I did see was an advertisement for Mulvad VPN,
That's good.
Nice.
and it said freedom is for the people. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, like inside, I was like, yeah, but like, who's paying attention to that? You know what I'm saying? But it was awesome. But the skyline has changed. We are, there's so much that has changed. You could see it in the neighborhood, in the people, and everything. And we're going through this huge shift, not only in the collective, but on the world stage. And I absolutely felt it once I was in the city, but I was grateful to see it. And I'm excited. When I saw that billboard, I was so excited. I was like, we are living in a time where I never thought I would even see during my time, during my lifetime. And I'm excited. And to have legends here like yourself, like Ronin, and other friends of ours who are into crypto, and we're in this little small circle. It's honestly it's a gift. It's a gift and it's a blessing. Chris, what's going on? How are you? We got you at
What's
the same
up?
time.
I know. What's going on?
What's up? Chris just got off
What's
the
up?
phone.
What's up?
Chris, okay, hold on. MoonFeather, guys, check out her YouTube, and obviously looks like she's on IG. Check out her stuff and check out Chris Miner's stuff. Their links are in the description. This is the TRE, the Ronin Experience. It's the three of us, and check us out on Saturdays, where I'll be honest with you, I don't really want to talk crypto at all. I'm over it. And for a lot of us, I'll say a lot of us, those that are like into quote unquote into crypto, it's like almost like consumes our whole life in some way. So, and I say that not even as a bad thing necessarily, but the 10,000 hours have been put in. And so Saturday nights, folks, you get to see MoonFeather tell you what's going to happen in the future, and we have syncs to back it up. We have all the cosmic receipts. Check our cosmic scoreboard. We've been, and then am I right, MoonFeather, or am I right?
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. It's wild. Yeah, we get freaky on there on Saturdays for sure.
Yeah. Oh, and MoonFeather is a good, she's very good at the energies and all that. She's very good and has an amazing heart and spirit, and that's real. And we're all trying to. Yeah, go ahead, Lutz. I'm sorry.
I can't get used to the new city. Like I go to the city now, and I
Right?
smell weed. I smell weed everywhere. Like everyone's smoking. People breaking out 2-foot pipes out of their pocketbooks. And I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, put that away, man. Like, I can't get used to this. So I was like, yo, I
I
get all
know.
paranoid. I'm like, yo, put that shit away, bro.
I'm used to it here in Rhode Island because we were kind of like after Colorado, right? But here it's recreational, and when you step outside, it's like the first thing you smell. We do actually have the most weed smokers per capita in all of the United States. So it's the first thing I smell out here. But yeah, out there in Brooklyn, like I freaked out. I was like I was walking on Fifth Avenue in Sunset Park, and there's this girl breaks out she has a crazy freaking like a role, and I'm like, what? I was like, girl, cops are gonna beat your ass right now. But I was like, oh shit, it's recreational.
It's legal now. I can't get used to that anymore. I don't. It's just so. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Like, no, 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 no. This is
Yep.
so weird.
Yep. That's exactly how I felt, for sure. For sure.
Yo,
Absolutely.
Yo, Chris.
Yo, what's up,
Have you
dude?
ever been in New York, dude? Or have you ever been in New York City?
Of course. I live like, well, I grew up like 30 minutes outside the city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
when
live
I-
right over the water.
So when I go back to New Jersey, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so you understand the paranoia. You know, when somebody whips that out, you're like,
Yeah, I can't handle that.
Oh, dude, I was in Amsterdam and I got super paranoid walking the streets with a little flower in my pocket, you know?
Yeah. No, I would, I'd be like, what the?
I was raised that way, yeah.
Especially if there's police on the street or something. I'm like, what do you know?
outside the train station, there's like 5 people with different bowls smoking. It looks like a bunch of crackheads outside of the subway.
Yeah, I thought I would never. Yeah, I thought I would never see the day. In Brooklyn, in the streets, people just smoking weed. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's wild. It's cool, but it's wild, you know? That just goes to show you like the huge changes that are happening, you know?
Yeah, I'm so done with cities. It's such savagery going on in places like New York City, man. So many people going feral, dude. You know what I mean? I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want any problems with anybody. I feel like when I hear that, I feel noise. By the way, I'm down with a little chaos. Let me not pretend. I do enjoy a little chaos. Okay. I'm not, MoonFeather, I'm not trying to act like I'm all, I do like throw a little chaos in there. But if I'm being honest, man, I could not live in a city, man. I don't want any city. I like small towns right now. I'm such on a small town phase.
Yeah, I'm tired of
But I could adjust, it's just it's the 8 in me, like the number 8. I'm a life path 8. I could adjust to the country and I could adjust to the city. But, I know that I couldn't stay in the city, which is why I moved a long time ago. But if I go in, hey, I swear it's like I blend right in. I don't stick out like a sore thumb. I could survive just as well.
Oh,
and it's good to have those abilities. You know what I'm saying? So
guys, I'm from Maryland, so these guys are Jersey and New Yorkers. I'm like Baltimore and DC, mainly Baltimore, right? And man, all I hear is when I go into a place like that, I gotta map out my path and my exit strategies. I'm like a special forces, like, all right, I'm going into the city. Just in case something happens, I got boom, boom, boom. Oh, by the way, shoot, they destroyed the Key Bridge. That's another decode conversation. But and by the way, Lootz, we decode stuff. So like MoonFeather decoded, we fell upon, we were led to interesting decode with Brooklyn and the Kasari and all kinds of interesting things. So we do that stuff too. We like history and we like that type of stuff.
Yeah, like I'm a health hacks.
Say that again.
Holistic,
like what?
Holistic health stuff.
Well, yeah, everything. A holistic life. Synchronicities and things like that. And that's why and I'm trying to, I'm into we're into like the woo woo, right? So, but one of my goals has been to share, and I'll rest my mic, Lootz, so you can go. But I just want to say, like, I've been trying to share this type of information. First, I've been sharing Pirate Chain and all these other things because that's the value that I can add, the digital stuff, the moving in the internet, as a shadow as much as possible. Every little bit helps, right? Starve them a little bit of your data. They already know me. It's like, that's cool, but it's like, I've explained this before. Like, I had a girlfriend, right? She knew everything about me. And she clocked my whole movements. And then we broke up. After that, her privileges of knowing everything about me are revoked, right? And I change up my moves. So it's the same way with like any relationship, financial relationship, extortion relationship, energetic relation. You know, it's like you're no longer privy to any data that I have. I look at that as how I treat these like financial systems, and I've been trying to share the code, using the code for utility. Here is what I'm talking about tonight, and it could benefit the homies out there, the people that are into the energy work and into the stuff, even into freedom minded, but they haven't moved over into this privacy world yet. So I've just been trying to add that and help out the homie, help out everyone, whoever's willing to listen.
Look,
Yeah.
there's so many pieces to this puzzle called freedom, right? And if you don't have all the pieces, you're not going to survive, right? And one of the biggest pieces is growing your own food. You got to grow your own food, or else you're going to count on somebody else. And you know the ingredients in those things are probably not going to be any better than what we've had so far from supermarkets. Right? So at some point, everybody in the world will need to grow something in their backyard, something, because that's how you decentralize farms, right? If everybody grew one thing, just be good at growing one thing in your backyard, then you could decentralize farms because everybody's backyard adds up to a pretty damn big farm, okay? And then at that point in time, you can start looking for markets, right? So that you now you have your own good food and everybody out there growing good food again, healthy food, food that you can be proud of. How are you going to trade it? What market are you going to put it on? You think that Amazon is going to allow you to sell stuff from your backyard? You think Etsy is going to allow you to sell it? You think these tyrannical services are going to allow you to sell something that doesn't come from the rock of black? No, of course not. Right? And what do we need? We need an exchange that's on our side in order for free markets to happen. Right? So that's why Komodo is important. It's because now you'll have an exchange that doesn't count on centralization at all. Nobody's making decisions over there. No one's saying what coin needs to be added. You could add your own coin. You could fork the whole damn thing and create your own exchange, your own market in your own technology and share the liquidity of that with everybody. So once you have the freedom of making your own food, and there's more things to make out there than food. There's medicine, right? I make colloidal silver. Been making it for 20 years now. Right? You make it in the dark, 999 silver, three square batteries. If you want to learn about that, go to Bob Beck. Research Bob Beck and learn how to make colloidal silver. That's an antibiotic. And that's how I stay healthy. And when I'm sick, I take it like an antibiotic. There's a lot of health hacks that I've had to do to myself because I was told I had cancer in my head about 16 years ago. Funny enough, around the same time I found Bitcoin, right? And I never went back. I haven't been to a doctor since. And so I just take care of my own health. I don't trust those guys. I don't trust any of those doctors that get paid to do what they do. Right? Because
Mm-hmm.
when somebody gets paid to help you, I mean, it's like a whole moral issue right there. And I don't trust that you're going to help me, and not make your money, right? That I want to see a doctor that says, I found nothing wrong with you. Go home, and not charge you, and charge me for the actual work you do, right? But you can't trust them. You can't trust anybody that gets paid by a system that's not working in your benefit.
Bro, they wear butcher coats, man. I don't trust anyone in butcher coats, man, unless they're at work at a deli.
I didn't think that. Yeah, it's true.
Dude, they're talking. I don't want to go too weird because it's actually dark weird when it comes. But I don't, man. Avoid hospitals at all costs. Avoid
Yes.
everything. Dude, Chris, I'll
Yes.
show up at your front door before I show up at a hospital. I'll tell you. Can you drag me inside? But Chris, like, what do you think about or MoonFeather? You know, you guys, I don't know how much you listened before, you know. And we oh wait, did I see MoonFeather? You're gonna pull tarot cards?
Yeah, if we could do that section, we could do that later on today.
Okay. Lootz, are you into that? Or is that what do you think about tarot cards?
I once dated a chick that told me I was a cuss. I don't know anything else about it.
That told you were a what?
A cusp. I'm a cusp of magic.
That's astrology.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
totally blown
cusp.
away. I was like, wow, it's awesome. Magical.
What's your sign, Lootz? When were you born? What month? What
I'm
day?
a Gemini and a Cancer. Man.
Oh, of course. Of course he's a
Here we go,
Gemini.
Chris. Hey, Chris,
That's
here we
why.
go. MoonFeather's all Gemini.
I know.
MoonFeather is like a Gemini supreme.
And he's from Brooklyn. I mean, listen, I'm telling you, we are the coolest. I mean, it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing to know a Gemini and from Brooklyn.
Here we go.
Dude, she loves Gemini. Lootz, you're a powerful being, man.
I know.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Exactly.
Yo.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. That's so awesome.
My idol growing up was me.
Nice. I mean, for a minute, Hulk Hogan, maybe. I don't even know. There was a time there.
But Ronin, what was your question?
Are we doing amazing or what? You think people are gaining from the stuff that Lootz has been talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Let's get back to the freedom thing. So you got your markets with vegetables, right? You got your markets with other things you can make, right? But how are you going to get it to your friends and family without it being censored by you know who? How are we going to do that, right? We need the exchange, right? So Komodo solves that problem. But then you need private money, right? Because if they could track and trace what you're doing with somebody else, then kind of defeats the whole purpose of using a decentralized exchange because it's still being tracked and traced. And they're gonna come to your door, right? And they're gonna be like, "Yo, we can see it. It's like right there on this Bitcoin, right? I'm on the Explorer. I can see it came from your wallet." And so the combination of pirate and an exchange that we could all exchange on for free markets, and the power that we could create markets. We can now create our own markets, right? So if you're good at growing something, then go do that, right? If you farm pigs, go do that. Go sell some pigs. Go. Let's build civilization again. We got to get back to the grassroots. We got to rebuild everything. And we can't let people like Bill Gates own all the farms. We can't let that happen. Right? Everybody's got to be good at growing one thing. I don't care if it's beans, potatoes, right? And then you could sell them to your neighbors. Or you could barter and trade. That dream could be true too if it's big enough. How come the government doesn't force people to grow food? Because they don't want you to be self-solid. They don't want you to be independent. They want you to rely on them for every little goddamn thing. That's called slavery. Every bill you pay, that's called slavery. You want permission? You want permission to build that fence? You want permission to drive a car? Like I need you to tell me that I could drive a car. You of all people.
Yo.
Right?
I give everyone permission.
Hey, this is about getting our power back, guys. This is about getting our power back. That's what crypto was always about. We lost it somewhere along the way. Bitcoin was not private anymore, right? But there was a time we all thought it was private. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. We thought it was private money. And it didn't end up that way.
Yeah, I would recommend folks like you can go to the sites. Again, they're in the description. Komodo Dex. Next week, be ready for that. And just you can download the Pirate Chain wallet. and it's very simple stuff. It's it's an app on your laptop, and then that's what I'm saying. Also, like I think Lootz touched on a little bit earlier, where it was like it's not out in the cloud. You have you're almost like you're connected to the blockchain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it to a new level. We set up reticulum nodes for every backyard farmer, and then we don't need an ISP anymore because we could all communicate with each other through reticulum and sell our products to each other anonymously through the neighborhood that we're around.
Yeah, see, like I gotta learn reticulum and make a reticulum node or whatever.
Yeah, you can do it right now, bro. It works on regular IP address if you want to take that risk. It's still everything that goes through it though is still encrypted. It's got a 5 algorithm rotational encryption. So it's pretty safe to send messages across it as well. So
I use my home internet.
Yeah, you could, bro. You get me your LXMF address, man. I got an LXMF address. Get an LXMF address and send me a message, man. We could talk privately on that thing.
Oh, so that's a little side project. So guys, I mean, I'm gonna work on that.
It's like the next ham radio, if you want to think of what it is. If you want to give it like something to envision, it's the next version of ham radio. And you can send Bitcoin over ham radio, and you can do it over Reticulum as well.
Yeah, folks, I like that. And we need contingencies, especially to talk, yo. I don't like their social media. I want to send messages to my people, just us, without creepers and peepers.
Yo, let me give you another crazy thing. Every house in America has a modem, right? A DOCSIS compliant modem to adapt to their cable or their Verizon lines. So and that costs $200 each and more. Okay, so a reticulum node costs maybe $100. Okay, so if every home right now has a $200-300 unit in their home, would it be too difficult to replace it with a reticulum node and everybody could connect to each other for free? There is no more dependency on a third party. They can suck my balls, right? It's over. We don't have to depend on them anymore. We can have free communication amongst ourselves, and it's encrypted by default using reticulum. And that's not a crypto-related project. That is just technology, guys. You got to get with the new technology. That's the latest stuff.
Yeah, that's not even an investment. That's yeah, man.
Yeah, that's something you better learn. Get on it right now. Stand up a node. Send me your LXMF address and I'll message you.
That's folks. I don't know if you guys grasp some of this, how dangerous, how unstoppable this type of stuff is. And it's real. So you have recourse and you can figure it out. It's not even that hard, really. You just have to, put an hour in and read the steps and try and figure it out, a little bit every day. You know what I mean? And you'll be more powerful for it, right? You'll be, again, permissionless. You can't do this. Cool story. We do it anyway. You just don't know about it. How about that?
Reticulum.network and unsigned.io gives you instructions on how to build your own units. So unsigned.io and reticulum.network. If you guys want to look it up and research, put the time in, guys. If you don't get involved, somebody's going to take your privacy away from you because you just never knew. You never knew you had these options. You never knew that, a system like this could be set up across the whole world. Why are we still dependent on ISPs? Well, we could have a system that gives great fault tolerance, right? So if a whole block goes down, say a meteor hits a whole block, every node around that block that didn't get hit will still have communications. Where if a meteor hits a telephone pole right now, sometimes the whole goddamn state goes down. It's like ridiculous, right? So why would you? This is better technology. I'm sorry, MoonFeather.
No. I was agreeing with you. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm.
We could do that right now. right? But they're already discussing cutting that bandwidth out and making it illegal because right now it is publicly legal to use it, right? There's nothing against the law about it, all right? But they are discussing getting rid of the 915 band, the frequency that it operates on to make it, private so that you can't utilize these things. And then I know that this is already being, monitored by who is because Ripple Labs, you know what Ripple is? It's the bank coin, right? Ripple is a bank coin. They like to work with banks.
Mm-hmm.
So with Ripple has now forked Reticulum for themselves. They forked it. And you know what they did? They removed the privacy. Okay, so I expected that to happen. I knew that was going to happen at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think it was going to happen so quick. Right. So Ripple Labs is up in that chat. I've been watching them. And they're forking it and they're making it for themselves. All right. So make sure you use the original code, guys. Don't be using somebody else's forked version of Reticulum. Right. That's bullshit. Right. They removed the privacy feature so that they can track more transactions. Ripple's probably gonna say, oh look, we got a network here that you can connect to your neighbor and make it fault tolerant, but at the same time you got no privacy. They took it out. To make it
Wow.
easier for them. You get it, right?
To the chat, I hope y'all are liking this, man. If you guys have any questions, man, now's the time for real. But otherwise, appreciate it. I hope you guys are appreciating this. I know I am, man. So shout out to the chat. 10 people. That's a lot for us. 10 people.
Everybody's important. Everybody's important.
Moon, Chris, what do you guys think about all this? Chris stepped away for a minute.
I basically just told you how to create the whole free world.
I know, right? No, I know.
Basically, like people don't understand what the gems that's being dropped tonight. Seriously,
Moon, you know me, Moon. You know me. I try and yell at the top of my lungs, man, in some of these areas, and it's like, yo, do you have any idea? Like, I'm talking about these guys that their work. They have the solution to. Really, it's the foundation of a whole bunch of other problems, right? So, yeah, man. Our own community. Go ahead, MoonFeather. I don't mean to keep going, but yeah.
No, I was gonna ask Chris. Chris, like, what are you seeing in your area? Because Chris is on the West Coast as far as like things that we're talking about. Are you seeing advertisements? Do you hear people more talking about crypto or things like that? Like, what's the feedback you're getting? If you're getting any.
Yeah, I'm not really getting any, to tell you the truth.
Right?
It's pretty dead out here. Yeah.
Damn.
It's really, really quiet. Yeah. People are, I think the economy is not great. So the social life's also been almost null since lockdowns and everything that went down in 2020 to 2023 out here. So yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Oh, and Chris, I have to let everyone know, to all the pirates and new people here, Chris and I are working on our own because he's an actor, but we may want a different front, man. Once we get the resources, like Pirate Chain resources and all these other things, numbers go up, we can fund our own politicians, Chris, in California. And everyone out there, I encourage you, just find your own front man and back them to be the mayor or whatever of some.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
We can do that too. We can do it. Hey,
I think we could win. I think we could win. I think we could win even without cheating, as long as we got the boxes locked,
Oh yeah, and that's not even without cheating. If we got to, we'll cheat too.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you can take over too. It sounds like we're being silly, and we are, but also we're not. You got resources on the latest, greatest thing, and you start now. Now you have a whole bunch of tools to work with. You go, why don't I'm gonna take the next mayor. He's gonna be one of my people, dude. And that's it. And that's that.
I feel like we know enough people to where we could get mayors in every major city if we really put our minds to it. But no one's gonna do that.
We just need you just need a testing area, right? Like 4 or 5 blocks that set up reticulum, and each everybody in that radius uses free communication.
Yeah.
And have those people, part of the program, is mandatory that you grow one vegetable in your backyard. I mean, one type of vegetable at both, right? So, just get some beans and throw it in the ground. It's not that hard, right? And grow a shit ton of beans. And if everybody does that, hell, you shouldn't even pay taxes. If you could support yourself with food, and water, collect some rainwater. It's way better than that shit coming out of the sink. You should not pay the taxes that you're paying if you're a self-sovereign type of guy. If you're like the regular liberal women out there, go to the supermarket, they don't even look at the ingredients. Let's forget the fact. Let's forget the fact that there's 20 ingredients, but there's no trans fat, so it must be good. Somehow we've convinced the whole world that it's got low calories. But it's okay that it's got all these monosodium glutamate, bicarbonate, blah blah blah.
I think, Lootz, I think of the reticulum network. I would consider you a futurist, right? For people to adopt this, it would take a lot of time, but also I want to remind everyone, KYCing is coming soon just to get on the internet with the ISP and all that. On your computer, you have to KYC. A lot of you guys probably do that already now with like Google or something like that.
Yeah.
But just know that is a thing, a challenge, an obstacle that this is no theory. I'm not being extreme. This is a thing that's happening. Right? So you go, okay, well, shoosh. What am I just going to be on the outs? And you go, you know what? Get on this reticulum. At least it's an option. It's not a full option. Doesn't take care of all your problems, but it's a start. It's something.
And the more people that use it, the better it gets. Right? That's the powerful part of it. If everybody uses it, the better it gets because it has more routes to go through. Right? If somebody's node is down, it uses the next fastest route. Right? And that's what makes it special. Right? If a telephone pole goes down, UBR goes down in the street with what we have now, you get that 404 error, right? You can't get to the website, because it has to go through certain hops and it has to go through certain servers in order for it to get to that website. Right? So, but with something like a pure mesh, the reticulum is, no sites will ever go down. Like nothing will ever go down. Right? There'll be multiple routes like a spider web to get to that destination. That's what makes it full power.
Lootz, what's your opinion on satellite phones, sat phones?
Somebody owns that satellite. It's controlled.
Okay.
Unless you got 10 grand to put your own satellite up in space, that would be the way to go.
What, balloon?
Reticulum. Look, satellite is accomplishing the mission from space, right? But the problem is that somebody owns that satellite and you're still dependent on it. If a meteor takes it out, well, fuck. Right? But down on the ground, if you could create a mesh setup with millions of people, more than one per person, right? You could have it in your car too. You could have it in your home, right? That's static and dynamic. So while the cards are moving around, you'll be able to connect through those shallow areas, where connection might not be easy. Well, those dynamic cards moving around, that'll add that what's missing to most mesh networks like Meshtastic, and that it'll add dynamic, those dynamic nodes that go around, and and allow everybody to connect. So think about it. I mean, it connects in, I think, 3 blocks with line of sight, right? So you could connect to somebody 3 blocks away, right? If everybody in those 3 blocks are using reticulum, you're good to go. There's always going to be a connection. On top of the addition of dynamic ones, where if you add them to your cars, it'll fulfill that connection and send the message, for that 1 second that it connects, it'll send the message, it'll go through. Right?
How do you get it long distance? Like from one side of one city to a whole another city?
Well, you probably have to set up a VPN for that.
Okay.
But what there's new discoveries all the time, though. Going from like America to China, that would be, pretty long distance. But what they did discover is that over water, LoRa goes even further. So it went, I forgot, I think it was like 27 miles on water. I like technology that likes water, because water to me is God.
Dude, and I've seen those there's little LoRa, LoRa devices.
ESP32,
Yeah.
You could,
This is like a little side project I'm gonna have to work on. This is something I'm gonna have to like a little side hobby and try and mess around with.
there's recommended units on the website, so make sure you buy the right ones. I ended up buying a Meshtastic one, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get the hardware, what is it called, the BIOS loaded.
I'm telling you guys, if you starve the beast with just like a small percentage of your energy, even something like this, you keep your local comms somehow. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But that is a big difference.
Look, if you want to pay for the phone service, then you could still do that. No one's saying eliminate what's there. You could still pay those companies for that service they provide, but give us an alternative where we don't have to pay for it, right? Why not? Why? Because you got to make us slaves. You got to keep us slaves and mothers. That's why. That's what they're doing. They're keeping you a slave. Electric bill, right? You're not allowed to put more solar panels than you use, because they got to keep you a slave. You got to even get that $1 bill, just to make sure that you stay a slave.
Chris, what do you think about all this?
Dude, my bad. I just got back. I was dealing with family shit with my parents.
No,
but
oh, my bad, dude.
the only thing I would add is I still think we're gonna ultimately need a mixed economy no matter what happens, just because I don't trust that they're not gonna be able to hack shit eventually if they wanted to.
Right.
But aside from that, I love stuff like this. I think it's a great way to think.
Yeah, so many people fought for this country. What a shame.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Like the only I have to look into there's this system Rudolf Steiner described it as a threefold system, to where he found a way to separate the economy from it was like you separate it from all sort of political influence because it doesn't rely on it. And I'm not well enough read on it to see what his idea was, but he thought there had to be a way of separating it from basically even any sort of political influence and also production. It was only going to be just for exchange of goods. So I have to figure out what the hell he was talking about before I even start bringing up any ideas if I even agree with them. But it would be nice to get all sort of political influence out of crypto, or out of any sort of financial system that we're using.
Well, that's the great thing. We don't need politics. They can put all that shit on the side.
So I think that's one of the great things about when you're talking about Pirate Chain and Komodo and stuff. That sounds awesome.
I wish people could understand even more, but I think the best thing people could do is just research like Milton Friedman and Austrian economics, Keynesian economics, right? I mean, that's where you should start. And then you'll understand, how inflationary coins are all crap because they will never keep up with the float that's being built, right? So demand will always have to keep up, and that's why most of these coins in the environment are all dead. It's because they're printing money like crazy, but there's little demand to people don't want it. They gambled on it at first, but now they don't want it. So deflationary coins are going to be the future. And so any coins that have deflationary properties or net neutral properties, where it doesn't produce more coins. So some there's a setup where some coins will produce coins and then burn coins, the same amount, creating like a neutral, like amount of coins all the time, right? So the burn keeps up with the inflation, and it's always the same, neutral amount. And then you got deflationary coins like Pirate Chain, where there's only going to be those coins, and that's it, right? And coins get lost all the time, and I think like a shit ton just got lost with exchanges going down, right? So, and the value of your money will go up because that's what happens when coins get lost. The supply gets smaller, right? And the value goes up. Where at the moment, the longer you hold any money, any fiat money, it's always going to go down. As you hold it, the value goes down. And you can't go out to dinner without at least $200 anymore. It's ridiculous. Eggs are $12.
It's insane. It's insane, especially out here. It's getting really bad. Everything is so expensive.
Eggs are $12, and they're shitty eggs. How are we going to get quality back in the environment? That's what we've lost. That's what we've lost quality across the board. Bakeries, they're all crap. They all use shortener and lard and sweetener. They're all crap. All the food is crap. All the services these days, they don't even give you a goddamn bag. They're like, hey, hold it yourself. Get the hell out of here. Like there's no quality for the customer. Like, oh, you want a bag? Yeah, why don't you kiss my ass? You want a bag? I was like, what the fuck, man? I got so many things. I got no pockets.
Dude, that's why that's why I'm trying to get these gains, and I'm high maintenance, y'all. You guys know that. I make my own stuff. Or if I can't, go to the nearby farmers. They hook it up. Now, if I can only get them to get into Pirate Chain, and actually that'd be a good use case for reticulum. My local farmers, like, get them
all farmers should have it. Yeah, all farmers should have reticulum. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and
communicate with each other.
Yeah, just what I mean. Just try it out. It's an option. It's something. You know what I mean? And we're all about and guys. Okay, cool. We're talking about the tech a little bit. The capabilities. We're talking about the mindset a little bit. But folks, if you don't think so, how do you invest in the more dystopian things get, you can gain from owning privacy, the best privacy out there, which is Pirate Chain. I know that sounds like a commercial, but it's like the realness. So all those people in the UK can't start Vietnam and Japan and places where this is being rolled out. It goes along with DIDs too, folks. So you want an option. If you want to opt out of DIDs, you might need options. Yeah. So you're gonna make money too, but like Pirate Chains, let's just call it 30 cents, even though I don't know what it is this second, but probably. But that 30 cent with the tokenomics, or like 200 mil or something like that, off the top of my head. And it's already all mostly out. I mean,
yep. And so only 2% is left to mine. That's it, and that's it. It's rare.
so
It's
there's
be
no
rare as hell.
there's no inflation, you know. There's no like inflation,
Nope.
right? So and everyone
No.
feel like I've heard people Lootz be like, oh, I'm going to the Monero, right? Because they were in the UK. Blockchain analysis is a BI, and they'll have to pay the extortion, a very hefty extortion.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, we're gonna make money too. We're gonna prosper as well. I will never receive any shaming language towards me when it comes to I'm trying to achieve prosperity in material gains. I can't even hear you if I'm being honest.
Right. But there's a level above that, bro. Like when you've reached that prosperity, what's the point if you can't walk into a restaurant without some type of vaccine card? Right? What's the point? What's
That's
the
a
point if
problem
you
too.
can't go on an airplane? You know what's the point, bro?
Yeah, I mean, because it'll be digital too, so I can't just PDF. I can't with these PDFs. I can't just PDF it.
You won't be able to spend your money and live free if you know you might have money, but you're still living in a tyrannical society. Man.
I'd have to hire someone to be my like normie matrix interaction person. Go into the normie AI shops and tell the robots you want this, and that'll also be my driver because I won't be able to have a driver's license to operate the whatever's going on. But all that. But I
He has it all planned out. He has it all planned out.
So no, I won't stop until I have it. And yeah, so yeah, this is one of those rare times, folks, and it is written in the stars. Literally, this is very unique times and opportunities, transformation times. And I'm being so practical right now. Also, I'm being woo and practical. You know, if you haven't changed, man, I'm telling you guys, if you haven't been changing, and just everything, you know, you know, in some cases, depending on who you talk to, you know, this could be actually considered dangerous information, right?
Bitcoin is dangerous. Bitcoin is dangerous.
Yeah.
All right. This is us telling you that it's dangerous. It cannot be dangerous. Right? And we're telling you why. It's because everything is transparent. The banks love it. They want more of it. Right? They could track and trace everything you do right from their desk without asking you anything anymore. They don't need permission. You understand the tyranny that could happen to your children if you would put Bitcoin into play. It's a bank's wet dream.
Yeah, my daughter has a pirate chain wallet. I send her pirate chain sometimes. Little bits, you know, just to get the word. It's free, you know.
Nice, bro. I just hope people listen to me before it's too late.
Yeah.
And you know, there's really nothing left, man. I've been here a long time, 15 years. I've been watching all these cryptos. I've interviewed over 100 cryptos myself on my own podcast. I basically can see everything now. I can see people. I can see right through them, and there's nothing left. If they don't care about privacy, nobody cares about privacy. And Pirate is the only one giving you your privacy, and we're not bowing down, and we can't bow down because nobody owns Pirate. It's a huge community open source project, and it's there for you. But if you don't take advantage of taking your power back and holding some of this gold, digital gold, right? Because, like we said earlier, no other crypto could be Pirate because it is not fungible like gold. If Pirate is fungible, nobody could track and trace any transaction. Way stronger than Monero.
Mm-hmm.
So get involved. Get it now. Get it right now. You know, don't. This is not investment in rice, but get involved right now and learn it. Learn why it's amazing. Go tell everybody else about it. Go tell a friend. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Right? And teach each other. Teach them why Bitcoin could lead us into tyranny, a future of tyranny, where everything is accounted for. And you're gonna, when you try to buy 2 gallons of milk, they're going to be like, yo, you reached your quota. Your
Mhm.
kid can't have 2 gallons of milk. You know what? You can't even have 1 gallon of milk, all right? We told you not to make that mistake last week, and you made it again. So now we're going to punish you, and you can't have any milk.
And that's the plan, folks. That's their plan.
That is so crazy that you're mentioning that, because today, I was talking about that with the kids about a social credit, score and all of that stuff. And a lot of these, fast food restaurants are integrating AI into their drive-through, right? So then the person drives up, gives their order to AI and stuff, and whatever. And then I just saw a vision, like spirit took me to how this is the beginning of the integration of the social credit system. So they're collecting data with this, through these fast foods to find out what people order, find out their habits and who's ordering, which is the reason why they have people first sign up with apps. They got everyone used to the apps, and then when you order through the drive-through, they collect your data and everything like that. And then once they, flip the switch and the social credit system kicks in, they're like, oh no, wait a minute, you already ate, sufficient, meat or whatever. You can't buy anything, and it'll show up in your app. So yeah, that's wild. I was going through that with the kids, and the kids like, Mom, that's so dystopian. And I was like, yeah, it is.
Yo,
What's up?
100%. Yo, Moon, do you want to go? I feel like we've beaten everyone over the head enough with
Yeah, let's do it.
Have we?
Let's switch gears. Yeah, absolutely.
Lucci, you cool with switching gears? We'll go to like MoonFeather's spa. She'll tell us the future, and you know.
Yeah, tell me.
Me too.
Lootz
Yeah.
is to the point. He's like, yeah, tell me. I love it. It's great. Well, that's a Gemini for you. Hold on, guys. Let me just switch this over here. Take off my little covers from my cameras. I always have covers on my cameras.
So
And
get it right. I'm a cusp of
huh?
magic.
What?
I'm a cusp of magic. Get it right.
Yeah, oh, you're a cuss. That's right. Exactly. Let's get it right.
Of magic. Very magical.
Of magic. Yes. So there you go. Exactly. Of course. Do you know which is Gemini's tarot card? You know which one it is?
I have
It's the
no idea what you
magician.
said.
It's the magician. That's Gemini's card in the tarot. So you see how it all lines up.
Huh.
Guys, listen. Shout out to everyone in the chat uh for chiming in and stuff. If you guys have any questions, just drop it in the chat and we'll jump in. If not, then we're just gonna do, just the general energy, right? We'll just do the general energy.
And for those that don't know, I recommend just lean into the weird. You know what I mean? MoonFeather is an incredible being. Don't be scared. It's all good. Baby.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Just sliding in at the right time. Look, Stacy, shout out to everyone. And Stacy Sunshine just came in and says, how do I slide in at the right time? Girl, because we connected. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she's like showed up just for dinner time.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
And just to share with the people, we will be creating Sunshine SaaS Corporation. It will be a shell corporation, and we'll run offshore, and we will run everything through that. So I recommend you
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. Yeah, Ronin already has it all queued up for
Yeah.
sure, for
It's a
sure.
paperwork thing. It's boring, but yeah.
What's up, Edward? Thank you. So he always comes in too. Thank you, sir. Rubicon. Look at what Rubicon said. Rubicon said, reading for the end of the year. We could do the last quarter. You guys want to do the last quarter? The energy for the last quarter?
Sure.
We could do that.
This is awesome times too, like October. I mean, it's awesome. It's so strange. It's the
Yeah.
time. It's the time to lean into the weird, in my opinion, if you haven't done so already. Lean into the weird.
Yeah, exactly. Look, so I said, sounds good. All right, so you know what? Let's do. I see October, November, December. But what energy are we gonna tap into? So you guys wanna to tap into money? Are we talking? That's what you want to talk about? You want to talk about money? We could do that.
I think people probably want to hear about money. I'm set. I think we're straight. I think we're gonna be good.
All right, then we'll do that. Let's do.
And then do some love for the people. The people gonna want some love.
People want love too, yeah. Ooh, I think you want love.
Always. Oh man, always.
I think you want love. Hold on, let me break out the. Let me break out the special cards over here. The special love. Hold on a second. Yeah. All right. We got him. All right. All right. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do, what do you think, Chris? October, November, December, like one card, like for each month, like for the energy?
That's my favorite.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We'll do that. Okay. Spirit. So we're going to do October, November, December. All right. As a matter of fact, let me, because I need just sometimes a little bit of visual. No, we're good. Mooney, you're good. You're fine. All right, here we go. So we're going to pull a card for October. The energy for the rest of this month, okay? Whatever it is, whatever will show up. Love, money, career. Okay? Love, money, career. The energy for October. Thank you, Spirit. What's the energy for October, Spirit? For the collective, what's the message? Oh, wow. Very, very nice. Very nice. So we have a major arcana already for October. That's huge energy. And it is the high priestess. This is moon energy. Okay. So this is a lot tapping into. Spirit is really going to come in with the collective as far as, oh, wow. Grand Air Trine. The Grand Air Trine is going to happen the 13th to the 14th of this coming week. All right, and that is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it is a beautiful trine, and it's really tapping into communication. It's tapping into intuition, to your dreams, heart and mind coherence. So that's wild that this came out for October. Okay. Yeah, really tapping in, trusting yourself. Huge divine feminine energy for this month as well. So that's very, very beautiful. Let's get one for it. We already have November. I haven't flipped up November. And then let's get December, Spirit. That's beautiful. Oh, wow. Wow. Really? A fire card, Spirit? Fire card. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Okay. So I have for October, November. So for November, we have, that's it, collecting everything that you worked hard for and coming home. And this is the end of burden, the end of hard work, the end of just that freaking crazy hustle culture. I'm so against the hustle culture, even though we were raised, hey, you gotta hustle, you gotta hustle. But the thing is that if you're constantly hustling, then you're depleting your resources. You don't take time to rest, right? So this is a time now for November of resting because you already worked. This is like the harvest. Like he already collected the harvest and now he's going home. His house is over here. Okay, this is fire. This is Sagittarius. So that's beautiful, beautiful energy for November. Very beautiful energy for November. And then for December, fire. This is crazy because this is new projects. This is inspiration. We're in a 9 snake year right now, guys. But next year is a 1 universal year. So now was like completion. Everything is completion, transformation, the shedding of old, the old going into the new. That's this. This is already leading into next year. Okay, these are new projects. This is fire. This is inspiration. Okay, new opportunities, new beginnings for December. Like what? That's amazing. So it's like now you're tapping into spirit, into your intuition. Okay, spiritual awakening and going this inner knowing, tapping into your power, right? To manifest all the whatever it is that you want for the rest of this quarter, for November and December. Like here, yep, I'm gonna manifest exactly, envision exactly what I want to bring into my energy. It's wrapped up. November is wrapped up with all of the hustle. That's it. You're bringing home, like it's like spirit is rewarding you for all of your hard work. And then here you go. The staff, you see, because he's got the 10 of Wands here. And now here, exactly, this is your reward right here. All right. New projects, new opportunities, fire, just amazing, beautiful, powerful energy here. Growth, like, come on now. That's amazing. I love, love, love. I love that. I love that. Okay. Let's pull. Ooh, let's do an angel number for each of the months. Ooh, that's nice. I never did that before. I never did this before. Just the time that Chris has said, hey, let's get one card for the rest of the year. And it came, I was wonderful. The card was wonderful. I was like, hallelujah. Let's get an angel number for this month, Spirit. What's the angel number guidance for this month? Thank you, Spirit. What's the angel number guidance for this month? For the month of October, Spirit. Thank you. What's the angel number? Remember, guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat and we'll get to it. Anything about love, money, career. Just nothing about pregnancy or health. None of those questions. Ooh. Hold on. That one just like, huh?
Lootz needs a primer. What's an angel number? Can you tell him what an angel number is?
What an angel number is?
Mm-hmm.
It's repetitive numbers, which is like one number that's constantly repeated, like 111, 1111. And when they show up, right, you got to dig a little bit and do a little bit of homework on the numbers and what they mean in numerology. And then when they start showing up in your life, you have to find out exactly what's going on at that very present moment, because it's always about the present moment. So what's going on presently in your life? What's going on in your mind and in your heart? And then that's confirmation whenever you see that particular angel number and its meaning behind it. Was that clear? Was that a good explanation?
I think so.
Yes, no. Do you think so? Well, okay, here we go. This
Go.
is look, I just said 11. I said 111 and we got 10. Really? Really for October? Are you kidding me? 10, 11. That's today's date. The sun already went down, guys. Yesterday was 10:10, or earlier today was 10:10, and now we have 10:11. What? This is take action. This is a call to action to move forward. The sooner you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap the rewards of their perseverance. Reaping the rewards. That's wild. That's amazing. Thank you, Spirit. Let's go here. How about for November? What's the angel number for November, Spirit? What's the angel number for November? 10, 11. That's crazy, Spirit. I love that. Ooh, what's this? Ah, are you kidding me? I just said that was 111 and it came out. Guys, don't miss it. It's intuition. This is also intuition. Are you kidding me? Time to implement long cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust in the process. Trust in this completion and all the hard work that you've done. Trust in it because these new opportunities are coming in. You got to be kidding me. You got the 10 here, which reduces to 1. You got 1 here, and this is 2, which is just 11 as well. Thank you, Spirit. Isn't that amazing? That is so freaking amazing. Thank you, Spirit. How about December, Spirit? What's the advice for December? What's the angel number for December? Thank you, Spirit. What's the angel number for December? Wow.
Yeah,
No, we need 11, 11. No, we need 11, 11 to pop out. We got 2 of them.
Yeah, we have synchronicities here on the Ronin experience, y'all. Get used to it.
It never fails. It never fails. But we got 2. We got 2 for, oh my gosh. Very close. Wow. Amazing. We got 5555. That's clarity. Okay. You aren't a victim of circumstances, rather, you are the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. Do you see that? Do you see? That's amazing. 1144. High vibes. Love or other happiness lurks just around the corner, like the next year around the corner. You get it? It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity. An exciting encounter with like-minded people will exceed your expectations. I love it. I'll take a Spirit. I will take it. Okay, we're gonna do spirit animals. Let's see what the spirit animal does. Yeah.
Lootz said you're weird.
Oh,
It's weird.
I know. I know. Tell me something I don't know. No joke. I said 11 in my head before the first card. Rubicon said, you see that? Do you see that? I'm telling you. That's amazing. All right. Let's see what the should we do a animal spirit card for each of the months too? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. How about for what is the message from the spirit animals for October spirit for the collective? What's the message? What's the message? What is the message, spirit, from our beautiful?
Lean into the weird, y'all. So much love and gratitude. This is fun. I'm having fun. I'm chill. I'm cool.
What is the message?
I don't trust a
from,
I don't trust a normie. I only trust weirdos, man. Cool weirdos. There's what I mean.
Ooh, I love that observation. Isn't that what the high priestess does? She's there and she observes and she knows all. Amazing. You are being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. The priestess knows all. The high priestess knows all. Okay. So this is a time to be wise and to be very observant during this month. Okay. How about for November? What is the spirit animal for November? Thank you, spirit. What is the message from our spirit animals
So,
for November?
what is when you say spirit? What does that mean to you?
Spirit.
Yeah, you're quote unquote talking to spirit, and you're
Mm-hmm.
what does that mean? How would you explain that to the folks out
That
there?
that is my higher self, the most high, or my highest light being that knows, is in a place of just sees all, knows all. So that's my connection. That's my connection to spirit. What is the animal spirit?
We're gonna bring an anteater. We're calling anteater. Lootz is calling anteater. I'm calling jaguar. Jaguar.
Oh, dog. Loyalty. It says you may be feeling like those around you let you down, or you are not doing their fair share of work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists. Dame un minuto, I'm on a life. It said, let's do that again. You may be feeling like those around you let you down or are not doing their fair share of this work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. You deserve better than mixed signals. So very important. Loyalty, very important from other people for November. How about December, Spirit? What is the message for December? Thank you, Spirit. What is the message for December? Monroe goes, aren't we all weirdos here? Yeah, we are. Rabbits. Clever. You have been going through difficult times. It is time to think outside of the box to find the solution. This is also a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. This is creativity. The ones represents creativity. It says, and if you have let creative projects lapse, it may be time to pick them back up again. That's that amazing, super inspiration from spirit, something that you kind of maybe have been, just putting on the side for a while. You're going to get a huge inspiration boost from spirit when it comes to that. So very, very nice. I love that. That's great. Amazing. We're going to do love for everybody. Ronin wants love.
Yeah, you told me 2 months ago I should have had a Brazilian, like a smart but not too smart, not smarter than me. At least doesn't
When?
let me know
For,
it.
for
Brazilian.
what time? You hear me? I'm getting sorry, I'm getting a little bit laryngitis. It's been a tough week, guys. Go ahead. For when?
Like now, I should have like my hot Brazilian wife, like now, who's cool.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think that is? Who do you think that is up to?
I don't know. That was the prediction a couple months ago. Like with
Uh-huh.
Zelda,
Your energy has to align, sir. When your energy aligns, then it shall be so.
Nah, bro, you just gotta find a witch and have her make you a potion.
yeah. Oh yeah. I really like.
Who? Who?
Yo, my wife's sister, bro. I'm telling you, she created a potion and poof, my wife enslaved me. It was crazy.
She makes love
There
potions.
you go. Oh, I know exactly what she used in that potion. Trust me. I got the recipe for that. I got the recipe. Okay, what is love? The advice when it comes to love for the collective. We'll pull 3 cards, Spirit. Thank you. For whoever it's for. Remember, this is general. It could be 3 separate messages. It could be just, it could just only be 2. You could only resonate with 2, or you could resonate with all 3. Right? Let's get 2 more, Spirit. Let's get 2 more. Oh, there we go. Spriggles here. You want 2 more? Toma. 2 more for you. There's something. Okay, so something is hidden in some type of relationship somewhere with somebody out there. I don't know. There's a hidden element in a relationship with something, with somebody. And then you see these are 3 separate messages. And then holidays, somebody's going on a holiday to enjoy some, some spiciness in their life that might apply to somebody. It might even happen in November. And here it says, know you are worthy. It says your worth doesn't depend on the other person. Know you are worthy. Very nice. That's very nice. Love those messages. That's what I got, guys. What did you think? I think that was awesome. What did the chat think?
Stacy's wondering homunculi. I didn't see the homunculi reading.
No.
Okay.
I didn't see. Let me see. What did she say? What did she mean?
It's all right. Don't worry about it. You know what a homunculus? You know what a homunculus is?
No idea.
Do you, MoonFeather?
Homunculus. It's my daughter was talking about this the other day. Some type of creature. Some type of creature, isn't it? Some type of thing, creature, something.
Well, yeah. But it's one that you make, and you can make. It's one that you make in your alchemist.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, that's where yes, that's right. That's right.
You can even argue that like Frankenstein is a homunculi.
They right. Okay. That's right. That was the conversation that we had. Yep.
Oh, really? But that conversation can get real weird real fast.
Well, it happens a lot with these characters and these cartoons and these animes.
Oh, they mostly most are. No, you can like grow. Man, it gets weird.
Let me see. I don't see any more questions. I didn't. Do any of you guys have any questions or anything? Do you want to ask something specifically? We could do that too. If not, we're good.
Man, I might have zoned out on the love reading. I don't remember a single thing.
Yeah, that's more for chicks.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just.
What did you say? What did you say, Lootz?
That's more for chicks.
It's more for chicks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have my filters on. I didn't hear anything. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
well, and then you wonder, and then he wonders where's the Brazilian. Then he wonders where's the Brazilian.
She's right there in the picture. She's waiting for you, bro. She's going away this weekend. She's looking to slut it out, and you should be there to pick it up.
He should, but he's not. He should, but he's not. Ay, Dios mío. All right, guys. That was awesome. Okay, perfect. Let me see. Now, I don't see any more questions. Am I missing? I'm looking here through the chat. Let's see. No, that's it.
MoonFeather, my dream girl is in Brazil, but in the Japanese part of town because they have the most Japanese outside of Japan.
Do they really?
Yeah. So I meet a Brazilian, a Brazilianese, and she's also just happens to be like the niece of the Yakuza boss. And so, and she's also, you know, she's an assassin also. So, but you know, but now I have Yakuza ties. That's probably how I would see things playing out. You know, we make a couple kids, and they'll be badass too. You know,
Yo, the perfect chick is a genetic clone of myself, a female version.
well, I heard a joke the other day from a comedian. He was like, if you want a girl, guys, you want a girl who gets you. You know who gets you? Autistic men. So basically, don't expect a girl to get you. She's not gonna get you, man.
An autistic man? Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They get everybody.
My father always said, you need a chick that can be a family, child caring. You need a chick that can give you what you want in the bedroom, and you need a chick that could, equate with you on a, I guess an IQ level, right? On I guess on a intelligence level, right? So to keep you sharp. So and you need those three things. You just should hope that those three chicks never meet each other. You said.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
In big trouble if they find out about each other.
That's wisdom.
Oh my gosh, I was waiting for it.
Yeah, that's wisdom passed down from the elders.
In other words, there's no perfect chick.
You guys are wild.
But we could clone ourselves soon, though. I mean, they're doing it right now. Wouldn't that be awesome to have a female version of yourself?
What? No.
I mean, I would do some weird science and I create like a super dope chick, but not in my image. I don't know.
Well, mentally, right? She'll be just like
mentally,
be interested in all the same things, right?
I am pretty awesome.
That's what I'm saying. She'd be as awesome as you.
I don't think the world can withstand like two Ronins.
I agree.
I don't think we're ready.
Is that even possible? Because to me, I'm like the most awesome.
Yo, just get out there and impregnate. Just impregnate a chick, bro. Get out there and do it.
Just spray out.
Accidents happen.
Oh my god.
Accidents happen. Life moves forward.
That is wild.
You can't wait on your life, bro. That's crazy, bro. You'll never find that. You're gonna be like 60 years old. I think I found the right one. There's no 16.
Yeah,
you just gotta be able to tolerate her level of crazy. As long as you can do that, you'll be in the clear. They all got different levels of crazy.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Also, growing up, I noticed a lot of chicks on pills. Like a lot of chicks I met, before my wife. I noticed, a lot of them were on pills, like Prozac. It was crazy. It was actually hard to find a chick not on that stupid shit.
Yeah, no thanks.
I mean, it's really what these doctors have gotten away with.
Now they're on fentanyl.
Fentanyl was another epidemic, man. Come on. They made a shit ton of money off of all those drugs.
Yep.
You think hot 30-year-old plus chicks are doing fentanyl? MoonFeather?
Of course. A
You
lot
know,
of
it's those chicks that are like so skinny, like a board. You know, it's those chicks, bro. Like you can't even see them if they turn sideways.
Yeah, I don't even know.
wild. It's wild. I'm telling you, the pickings are very, very slim out here. The dating pool is extremely shallow, and some of the water is toxic. Oh, did you hear about they're planning on dumping nuclear water into the Hudson River, Lootz?
Oh, that's nice.
They just approved that shit.
That's nice.
Yeah, I know.
If it wasn't radioactive enough, now it will be.
Now it's gonna glow. Now the water's gonna glow.
The fish ain't gonna glow.
Yeah,
If there's fish left in there, I don't think so.
it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yo, the water's so
All right.
dirty here. I mean, I see it when I go over the bridge. It's nasty. But then you go to if you go to these countries like Cancun or any island, the water is so crystal and blue. It's so beautiful. And then you come to New York and it's like, green.
It's
like
depressing.
Black, green.
Yeah, depressing. Mm-hmm.
Why aren't they ozonating the water? Like, why are they poisoning it more? And keep in mind, I'm a believer that God is water.
Yeah.
Because
they hate God. They're polluting it because they hate God. Are you kidding me? They hate the Most High.
They convinced you to pee and poop on God every day.
Every day. Every day.
They poison the waters because that's what makes life. Without water, there's no life. Water was here before anything.
I'm a fan.
It was here before the Bible. You take your Bible and you show it.
I'm a fan of water. Shout out water, yo. Shout out water, everyone.
Water is God, and it's alive. It's a living thing. If you talk to it, you'll feel it.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Putting the wow in water.
Every day when you...
That's the first part.
How you go?
Wow.
I was saying that's the first card. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the you go was for me.
No, you go.
They're saying that the first card that was pulled was the High Priestess, the moon. The moon represents water too. So that's a very, very powerful connection for this month as well. And we just had the full moon, the super moon just happened, last week.
Make the change, guys. Distill your water, right? Distill your water and drink H2O, real H2O, not infected with any crap from your sink. So I always drink distilled water.
I got some of the best water over here, man. Look up Cave Springs, Georgia. It's people go there. We go and fill up our water and bring it back to the house. It's straight from the ground. It's been tested. It has magical power.
It's got minerals in it. Yeah, it's got minerals in it. It's got spirit. Yeah. It's got vitality. It has structure. More importantly, it has structure because it's gone through all of the Earth's vibration. So look, guys, if you're not cleaning the water, you're being poisoned. Right. So when you make sure you have like a full house system where it actually tries to get out some fluoride too. When you take a shower, you should be talking to the water. That's what it's all about. It's a daily ceremony. Nobody needs a shower every day unless you're sweating your balls off every day, right? Because that strips the oils on your skin and it makes you old fast. But when you go in the shower, don't use all the soaps, but go in the water and talk to the water and just let it out. Tell the water how you feel, and you'll feel it. It'll talk back to you. I am telling you, water is a living thing. Stop taking advantage of the water.
Shout out. Yeah, showers. Showers are awesome.
All the water is poison, bro. It's so sad. Like
I
we don't
know.
have real water. Like they had to go put chlorine in there, fluoride. You know, it's fucking good for our teeth. Like how
Pretty crazy.
stupid can you be?
It's pretty crazy. They try and kill everybody, y'all. If you didn't know that, to bring
I mean,
down, make you dumber. Yeah, for
is
sure.
it good for my stomach? Is it good for my stomach? Because if it's good for my teeth, yeah, you can put it on my teeth. But why am I drinking it? Right?
Not.
It's just common sense. Why are you drinking it? It's not good for your body.
Yeah, and breathing in the steam. Yo, can we
Word.
land this? Can we land this ship? 'Cause I'm struggling right now.
Yes, sir. Next time we'll have Polly on, so you can you just do like a whole show on Komodo. Since I tried to explain it the best I can to you guys, but like he could really get into the technicals as to how it's P to P, right? So that would have been awesome. But we'll make a show just for Komodo. So this was mostly pirate, and I basically gave you a roadmap on how to build a free country with financial warfare protection. If you listen to what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I gave you the map, with all the technologies you need to use to make free markets and a free society with fault tolerance and privacy.
Yep, boiled down to the point. Here's the map. I'm all about it. So yeah, that was powerful stuff. Lootz that you shared. I think that was how you say it. I think it was valuable. I think that was really beneficial and valuable, and adding lots of value to the whole entire realm, because I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I'm in. I'm about that life, dude.
I've been in crypto 15 years. If I'm here, you should be here too. I don't understand why you're over there playing with stuff that could hurt you, when you should be in the technology that's trying to help you. They build these technologies, these devs, at a huge risk, right?
Mm-hmm.
They get attacked all the time. So they built this technology for you at a huge risk. Yeah, and you're just opting to use the state-controlled garbage out there with third-party wallets and blah blah blah. Come on, guys, you got to get down to the nitty-gritty of the real technology, the one that's here to free you, the cypherpunk technology. There's got to put the punk back into the cypherpunk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, totally, man. That was fire, dude. Yeah.
It's sad. Like, it's truly sad for me to watch you guys play with all this horrible stuff that will enslave your children. Where you don't understand what you're doing, but you are making some money. I guess that's great, isn't it? But when your child comes up to you, like I said earlier, and say, "Hey, Dad, why did you choose to go this route?" Where now everything I do is tracked and traced and limited, and I can only buy a certain amount of stuff and blah blah, right? And what are you going to tell your kid? Yo, I made a Bitcoin, son, which by that time will probably be worth nothing in fiat money.
Yeah, and by then they're stamping, they're implanting stuff in every person. Like, they're like, Dad, why is my why am I embedded with a chip in my wrist or whatever?
This is a virtual war. Like our ancestors, our fathers and forefathers. My father fought in the Italian army. My grandfather. So over here, it's like it's truly a shame that people don't understand that there's a virtual war going on right now, and it's not fought on the battlefield anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Those wars are fully controlled, right? I mean, they push wars all the time, but this is the same type of war that our forefathers fought for back then, for your freedom, right? I mean, what was the Boston Tea Party about? What was that about? I mean, They didn't even fucking take that shit. Look at what we're taking today. It's a shame. It's a
Hmm.
shame we have lost our balls to say no. I don't think so. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope some people start, starting to realize these things sooner rather than later. I think it's self-evident. Um, and yeah, grow some balls, everybody. Start doing some things, taking some action, little steps here and there to, removing your energy from people in groups that are actively trying to enslave you and murder you and kill you. Like, you know what I mean? So why
Yep.
deal with your stuff? We had got our own stuff. We made our own money. Well, not me, but the homies made said, cool, you're gonna have that money. We make our own money. See you later, dorks. Lose my number.
You need to be 2 steps ahead all the time, right? So right now, the environment is pushing privacy coins. When we saw them get delisted, like a couple months, many they've been getting delisted for a long time. And so you saw that happen. Now they're delisting coins with exchanges in it. Right. So don't look at privacy coins because that's what they want you to look at right now. With the ZEC and the Monero, and you got something that's better than both of them. And they're never going to tell you that because it's like two old school boxers, trying to keep their belts, by fighting the weaker opponents. Right. So, and that's what's going on. Oh, Monero is better. Oh, ZEC is better. Well, you know what? Pirate is better than both of them. And so, and we've had privacy a long time, but now they're taking away the exchanges, the power for you to exchange. That we came up with 10 years ago. We knew this was going to happen. So you need to embrace Komodo's decentralized exchange. Like
Yo,
if you know coins out there, get them involved, get them to add Komodo's exchange to their wallet. They could call it whatever they want, but add the ability for all everybody to exchange right inside your wallet without ever having to log into a website anymore. It's freedom.
yo, Lootz. MoonFeather has to go. I think we should
I,
wrap up. We crushed. You crushed. I got to go too because it's getting past my bedtime, man. I want to do stuff tomorrow. We can only leak so much information at one time, for the people. You know what I mean? This has been a true honor chopping
I'm
it up
so,
with
I'm
you.
so I'm sorry, probably didn't show up, bro. I'm gonna tell them,
No, it's okay.
we're rescheduling, and
Yeah, we're
every,
easy.
you could do a whole thing on atomic swaps.
Yeah, we're easy over here. I got nothing left to say. Let's go and then let's let MoonFeather get out of here and tell us, let us land the plane easy, gently. Massive love, everyone. Appreciate y'all supporting this channel, supporting everybody here. Lootz, it's a vibe tribe. We're trying to free the realm. That's all. And so much love and gratitude. I do it from the heart. I do it, and it's a true honor to be able to share. Blah. Lootz, say whatever you got to say, my brother. Let's have MoonFeather out, finish, and then we're out of here, man.
I think I said everything I had to say. I hope people listen to me. If not, this is the end of crypto as we know it. It'll be all corporate owned if you keep using transparent by default chains. Right. So, do yourself a favor and get into the privacy technology, any privacy technology, reticulum, Komodo's open source exchange, implement that into your coin. Uh, and pirate chain, right? And any other privacy coins, but look into the privacy stuff. It's important. It's important because decentralization is nothing without privacy. What you're doing is you're enforcing tyranny, right? So if you decentralize tyranny, you can never take it down. You're hurting yourself, right? But if you decentralize freedom and privacy, then nobody can ever take that away from you. So you need to choose a side. There's a war here, right? The war is against the transparent shitcoins that keep coming out intentionally to sidetrack you for you to never find the technology that gives you real power, right? The power of privacy.
Powerful message tonight, guys. Greatly appreciate the space, Ronin. Thank you so much for the invite and for bringing Lootz on. It's always a pleasure to share this space with you, Lootz. So much love to everyone in the chat. We're grateful for your time, for sharing this space with us as well. We are in a very powerful, transformative time, guys. Not only on the world stage, but also internally with us within. And it's a time where we need to start shifting our mindset, because powerful spiritual awakenings are happening within. It's not a joke. Some people are just will not see it. And but we are definitely going through this rebirth and stepping into new timelines. And no, we say it all the time, but it is just it's the time is very, very powerful, and we just have to keep repeating it because that's exactly what's going on. So much love to everyone. So much. I'm sending out so much energy of protection, of love, peace, wealth, riches, prosperity, abundance. This is going to be an amazing last quarter of the year, guys. So let's lock in and let's tap in, listen to our intuition. And I'm always sending out massive love to the kids and always asking the Most High to put a ring of protection around our loved ones to protect them, whether we are near or far. And we will talk soon, guys. I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye.